Hey there, meteorologist Shawn here in the Weather Center, and we have some really big changes coming. Our weather pattern that has been warm and pretty boring for the last, well, actually for the first whole half of winter is going to change. First with some light snow. We're talking multiple rounds of light snow from this weekend into next week. And then, if you don't have them out yet, you better dig to the back of the closet and get that parka and those long undies because we have some pretty bitter, brutal cold that's going to be rolling in by late next week. Let's start with the snow. The snow's going to kick in as we head into Friday night, Saturday, with off and on light snow likely basically through much of Saturday and into Saturday night, maybe a few flurries lingering into Sunday. So here's the system that's going to blast through here. A fairly quick mover. Most of the heavy snow will be well to the north, up in the Arrowhead region on the North Shore, but we're going to end up with around an inch or less here across a pretty good chunk of southern Minnesota. Here is the snow forecast for this first one, and this is just through Sunday, looking at less than an inch in Mankato, North Mankato. Once you get out toward Redwood Falls and Marshall, we may see a little more. 1 to 1.5, maybe up to 2 is possible there. And then once you get way up north of St. Cloud, north of I-94, Brainerd, Bemidji, Duluth, up into the UP, Michigan, northern Wisconsin, that's where we could see 4 to 6, maybe even 7 inches along the North Shore. All right, here's the hour-by-hour forecast as we take you into Friday morning or Saturday morning. Here we are at midnight, Friday night, Saturday. Again, scattered off and on light snow, and that's going to be the trend. We may get a couple of slightly heavier bands that bop through here on Saturday afternoon, and then everything kind of winds down by Saturday night with maybe a few flurries hanging on into Sunday morning. All right, off to the next one. We get a little break on Sunday afternoon. The next system, and we've been talking about this one for a while, since early week, and this is going to be a doozy of a storm system for folks from about Kansas City to the Quad Cities to Chicago and Milwaukee. But for us, there will be some impact with this one, and it looks like the primary impact will be across the far southwestern part of Minnesota into northwestern Iowa. Notice on Monday already at 6 in the morning, snow developing from west of Mankato, basically up and down I-29, eastern South Dakota into eastern Nebraska. That system will continue to push eastward as we head into Monday. And one thing I want you to look at here, and this is something we're going to be watching, we're going to see some drier air kind of cut off all of our moisture. And right now our model kind of, see how the snow is just kind of cut off right through there? That's something we're going to be watching because the system hasn't developed yet and a lot could change. And one of the things that could change is where that moisture cutoff happens. If it happens where the models think it's going to happen now, we may not end up with as much in Mankato. But if that cutoff happens a little further east, we may end up with a bit more snow. Now, let's keep going through here. You can see snow continues Monday night into Tuesday, eventually kind of winding down and tapering off as we head into Tuesday. But boy, Chicago, Madison, Green Bay, all the way down to Quad Cities, Omaha, Kansas City, they're going to get clobbered with this system. And I do want to show you this. Oh, I don't have it in there. Let me find it real quick because I just kind of want to give you an idea as to what we may be looking at with snow. So generally, with the Monday, Tuesday system, I'm thinking around 1 to 4 inches. And I know that's a big range, but we're still many days away from this, and the system hasn't even developed yet. So we're going to learn a lot more here as we head through the weekend. But what I've got here for you, a little further to the west, where we have the blues, the lighter and the darker blue, that's the area where we are more likely to see the higher end of that range, or possibly down in northwestern Iowa, far southwestern Minnesota, maybe 4 to 5 or more inches of snow. That's the area we're most likely to see that. Right now I'm thinking Mankato will probably be in the 1 to 3 range. But again, it's still early and things could change. We'll be keeping an eye on it. We'll be here all weekend. We'll let you know how things kind of roll with that. The other big change, of course, take a look at what's going to happen. The jet stream taking a big dive. Watch all that cold air up there to the north. That's going to come funneling in here by late next week, and that's going to give us some of the coldest temperatures we've had so far this season. You know, we have yet to drop below 0 here in the Mankato area this year, and that is going to change. I do have a below 0 on the 10-day forecast. By the time we get to Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week, we're talking single-digit highs, potential below 0 lows, which will be our first time below 0 for this season. I don't think it's going to quite be a record for the latest below zero temperature of the season, but we're going to be doggone close. So chance of snow Saturday lingering into Sunday, Monday a little left over into Tuesday. We actually have another shot at some snow Wednesday night, Thursday of next week. After that, here comes the cold air. So we've got a lot of excitement here as we roll into the upcoming weekend. Stay with us. Download our app if you don't have it. Search KEYC in your app store. It's the best way to get the immediate instant updates when things develop here from the weather team. We'll be busy keeping an eye on things for you all weekend long. That's it for now. Have a great weekend.